I'm here today with Marc, owner of Nene Coffee Roasters. Marc's the Hawaii prelim champion. Be representing Hawaii in Denver. Hey, Marc, how's it going?
Hey, how's it? Pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Yeah. How's everything at Nene?
Been pretty good. Yeah. It's been a busy month. I think record busyness as far as like ever since we started kind of growing in our wholesale account and roasting more coffee, releasing newer coffee, and also doing catering events. So it's been a good month. We have our trailer that we're trying to get up and running sometime in mid-March. So it's also kind of balancing between figuring stuff out at the trailer and preparing for the competition and doing coffee at our pop-ups. It's been a good month. I just look back and I'm like really stoked and very excited to see where we're at right now.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and yeah, Nene sounds like it's just blowing up, in a good way. How has things has anything changed, besides Nene growing since you won prelims?
Wow. So that was in August, right?
Yeah. Long time ago. Seems like a long time ago.
Time really flies when you look back, but a lot of things happened. I think we've seen a lot of progress with our trailer, getting it permitted. That was a huge I think just took a while with everything here on the Big Island just being slow and taking a long time. It was nice to see that finally it was permitted by the health department, especially it wasn't built here on the island. So we actually shipped it from Tennessee. So we had to submit plans and a bunch of paperwork for it to be legally permitted by the DOH. But that's nice to get out of the way, and also been just sourcing more coffee and growing in our wholesale account. Our pop-ups, we did 2 and 3 pop-ups a week, and that's been pretty good. We were like in busy season, so yeah, it's been great seeing people come to our pop-up and enjoy our drink, buying a retail bag, and also had a chance to work on some more experimental coffee with Delvin, which I really enjoy. Yeah.
Since doing so well at the prelims, what have you learned from yourself as a roaster? Given coffee that you had no idea, and having to come up with a roast plan and like a cup profile.
It was like first time competing, so there's like my first competition I really learned a lot. Yeah, learning stuff like like scheduling when to roast your coffee before the actual like competition date, so it degas enough. And yeah, work on my presentation. I still can't believe like I came out first. It's still kind of surreal. I don't think I deserve first place, but I'm very honored to feel like people think that the coffee tasted great. But yeah, I'm basically, as far as like this competition in Denver, I'm just kind of repeating what I did well with my prelims at the prelims. It's a different coffee, so it's out of my comfort zone. Yeah, I'm still working at it. I think so far I roasted 4 batches so far. I did like 2 batches on the Ikawa and then 2 production batch on the Mill City, and I feel like it's getting better, but I don't know how like this coffee actually like really supposed to taste. So I'm just like kind of playing around and tweaking it, see what I can do to improve sweetness and like body and complexity. I think every competition, I think I'm learning something new. So this is a good way to kind of stretch and kind of grow as a roaster.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think this was the first roasting prelim ever in Hawaii too. So,
Yeah.
no pressure, but yeah, you're representing a whole state, and a growing region. So, seeing how you've, how you and Nene has just, grown. I was curious if like local roasters here or other coffee professionals ever reached out after, finding out that you won, kind of like picking your brain, seeing how you roast, your philosophies, things like that.
I feel like we're still a little like as far as the roasting scene, we're still a little behind. It's very farmer focused, which is not a
Mm,
bad thing. I'm all about putting spotlights on the farmer, but I don't think really any people really realize like they. I think a lot of people that follow us on Instagram knew I won a competition, but they don't know that I actually did like a roasting competition. A lot of the people here, I don't think are really interested in roasting. Um, and nothing wrong with that. It's very, like I said, farmer focused. So a lot of people focus on like who won at the Kona Coffee Festival or at HCA and that kind of stuff. So I didn't really have that much people approaching me like, oh, like congratulations on your win. It wasn't like that much, but a lot of people who do like follow us on Instagram, I
mhm.
think our followers, they really like reached out to me and said like nice words. It's yeah. Yeah, I don't think much has changed. Yeah, I
Oh,
think we definitely gained more exposure,
mhm.
like from other like specialty coffee lovers across the island and on the mainland. Um, I think that's about it, which is totally fine. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm happy. Yeah,
well, we got to change that then. We got to change the culture here, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
starts with you, Mark. No, and and I at least for me, I hope to have more roasting competitions here. Because it just helps to bring everyone together. But this is how everyone learns and elevates. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, what are you most excited about? I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but what are you most excited about heading to Denver?
Beside the cold weather, beside the cold weather, I'm really excited to be like one of the few like Hawaiians. I think I'm the only Hawaiian probably. As far roasting cup, I'm definitely the only Hawaiian. I don't know if there's other like Hawaiian attending like Brewers Cup and
Mm,
Barista Cup, but definitely the only Hawaiian attending Roasters Cup. So I'm excited to um kind of bring a little exposure to like our Hawaiian coffee scene. And I don't really care how well I do like at the competition. I just want to do my best. And then as long as I do my best, it's totally fine. I don't, it doesn't matter if I don't make it to Portland. Just do my best and meeting some fellow friends in the industry. Nick's gonna be there. I'm not sure you heard. Yeah, he's competing. Um,
mm,
and Frank's gonna be there. And yeah, the Denver lineup is pretty insane. Yeah, I look at the today the schedule came out. I'm like,
uh-huh.
do I have a chance here? It's
Of
funny because
course
I
you
look
do.
you look at the Denver lineup, you see like people in the industry for who's been competing for a long time.
Mm,
Nick, who's like last year's champion competing. You got
mhm.
people from like Olympia, from Theory, from all these places, Copper Door, and
Mhm.
it's pretty insane. Like, yeah.
Well, like it is a really good lineup, but I also want to make sure that remember that you do belong there, and you just
Thank
got to
you.
trust yourself. Yeah, I'm not, I usually don't give advice, but your work, I've drank your coffee for a few years ever since your brand came up, and here at the prelims, it proves that you do belong up there with all of them. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
and from here too, I'm definitely biased, hoping that you get to Portland. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
but I'm glad that you're going in with a very open mind, and
Yeah.
whatever happens
Yeah.
happens as long
Yeah,
as you
just
do
do
your
my best.
best.
I'm not trying to be too hard on myself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's not really about competing and winning. It's really
Hmm.
about just being there with the specialty coffee scene and to grow
Hmm.
as an industry. To
Hmm.
build a relationship with other roasters and
Hmm.
get connections. It's
Right.
really not about like coming in first place or third place. It's really
Mhm.
about like, you know what, we're gonna really gonna push ourselves in the competition scene, and by us pushing ourselves, we really are elevating the competition scene and growing the industry forward. So
Yeah.
with that mindset, I think it also take a huge burden off my shoulder to place this, place that, and just do my best. So
I love that. I love that attitude going into it. It's kind of like when I think I talked about this with you at when you were here on Oahu. It was like taking the Q, and it's like, well, even if you don't pass all the exams, you definitely take away a lot, learning more about yourself as a coffee professional, and what you need to improve on, or sharing knowledge and information with other people. So yeah, I like that. Um, Anything really? I mean, I know we talked about like all the like your new trailer that's about to open to the public and things like that. But any other projects you're working on at White Nene?
I think one of the things that I really enjoy doing is, like I said, like doing experimental stuff with our farmers and doing processing and sourcing new coffee. So I think this year in the upcoming months we'll be sourcing new coffee from new farmers. That's something I'm really excited for. Is because we like to keep our circle small. We mostly work with just a few farmers that kind of align with our philosophy, but we don't mind like adding like a few people to that circle and growing together, and they get more exposure and we source better coffee. It's a win-win situation for both roaster and farmer. So that's something I'm excited for, is sourcing like different coffee from different farms, and also working on some experimental stuff with Delvin down in Ka'u. Yeah, I think it's pretty much it. With the trailer up and running, that's all I want. Just sourcing better coffee, roasting better coffee, like having people like mind blown away when we make our coffee. Or that's what we're shooting for this year. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to connect with you again, Marc. And I'm gonna be enjoying these coffees too. I'm gonna plug in the wine natural and the ale process. So yeah, it's always great connecting with you, Marc. And you're gonna do good in Denver. Can't wait to see how well you do in your performance.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and always I'm really thankful for Savor brand for sponsoring the Roasters Cup. This is for me as a roaster to compete in and to really like push myself and grow and meet other people. So I'm really excited.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the time, Marc. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. All right, Marc. Well, have a great day. Enjoy the coffee. Let me know what you think.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna stop.
All right, man.
There.
Cheers.